Rightio. Welcome everyone to On Loose Lines. Get rid of that for a minute because we haven't got anyone actually on watching live. We have got two people on YouTube, which is always very, very good. Please get involved in the conversation. I've had a big day today, big week, big couple of weeks. And I've only just got home, a bit after 7 I got home. So there's not a lot scripted for tonight's show. I just thought I'd have a quick chat about probably the week that has been and the week going ahead. And we'll go from there. I'm just trying to update that one so that we can get the pages. And then, please bring anything you like to the table. It's been a big week in racing. We had the, of course, Hunter Cup and also the Great Southern Star meeting happened just recently, just last weekend, sorry. Plenty going on in the sales world for myself. I've got plenty of sale news, if you like, and that. But anyone wants to get involved in any of the conversations, I encourage people to do. One of the things I would like to know is what people, how they found the racing on the weekend and watching it. Did they tune in for both nights? You wouldn't believe this. This mouse doesn't want to go, so I can get all my form up there, so I can sound like I know what I'm on about. But and go from there. So thoughts on the racing, some of the highlights that they saw, some of the, I suppose, lowlights, if you like, as well, things that probably weren't as exciting for them to watch, and going from there. There is racing on tonight. We've had a big meeting at Stall. There's also a big meeting going on at Shep, and I'm going to be in trouble because I should have done something for that, but I will work something out. But please get involved in the conversation either via the YouTube or via my Facebook. We've got quite a few people on and watching, and no one said hello yet, so that's actually okay. Patrick Ryan back in the winning trainer circle with Eleni the Shark, Little Miss Lily. So congratulations to those guys. They took out the first, bred by Staffordshire Park, Louise and Neville Pangrazio. So they'll be very happy about that, that's for sure. Cheeky Filter for Donna Castles. That's one of the ones I do have to get up. And make sure we mention the pacing for Pink and when that all closes. And then who we got there? Choggy by Better Than Cheddar out of Georgie's Bell, bred by Alabar, but Alabar, New Zealand. So a New Zealander for the very powerful Jess Tubbs and Greg Sugars combination. Beaten Modern Mayhem and Max a Dude, Danny Thackeray and Mel Thackeray second, Laura Crosland running third. Sweet Creation for Glenn Bull, Danny Thackeray and Mel, they've had 2 seconds tonight. And Mac Almighty, Susan Hunter and Shannon O'Sullivan, 8:13. So we've still got a little while to go before the Hunter Rural Trot, which if I am on air, we will be. And if not, we won't be as well. Hello to you, Stuart Turner. We didn't catch up. I'm presuming Stuart is back in England, but he may not be. But yeah, presuming he's back. I was hoping to catch up with him and go from there. The great Cam Bray is watching. Graham Riley and about 5 other people. So it's a big effort for Cam. It could be past his bedtime, but he has been to the gym today, he tells me. So he's had plenty going on there. I haven't spoke to him too much. He doesn't talk to me at all. Off the YouTube feed here, Paul West, love the Great Southern Star, but I think it needs to be Hunter Cup night. It gives the trotters the exposure they deserve. Probably don't disagree with you, Paul. In a way, I think it definitely deserves its exposure. As a standalone night, though, it could probably detract from the Hunter Cup. Could be one of those. It possibly deserves its standalone night on a Saturday night, maybe a clear air and not doubled up. If with 2 meetings, I know the Night Pistol's on this week. Maybe it could have been the Southern Star this week, and promotion of the trotter and embracing the trotter and getting behind the trotter. So, yep, definitely don't disagree with you. I wonder about 2 race meetings in the one night. It's hard to, everyone has busy schedules these days, and how we meant to take 2 days off to go to a race meeting or watch a race meeting and give it full exposure, which is what we're after. So potentially having 2 feature nights, one after the other, and this time of year when people are still in holiday mode or kids back to school can be a little bit tricky. So got quite a few people watching. My mum is watching. Hello to you, Faisy. Jeffrey Dixon, as always. Nick Horan, quite a few people there as well. So thank you for joining in. Shouldn't have done that. I've got to refresh that now. Every now and then. I pushed the wrong button too many times. But please just get involved in the conversation. I've been out and about doing plenty of yearlings and yearling inspections, and also Brittany Graham. Hello to you, Britt. Good to see you're watching. She's selling a horse in the Sunshine Stars. Sales catalogue, sales coming up very, very shortly on March the 11th. But I can work out how to get what number. I was going to try and get it up on the screen, but we won't. We'll actually just do it this way. So don't forget the Sunshine Stars, as I said, starts then. That's a Melbourne index. Just give me 1 sec. Just got to find, we'll go to consigner, and we will try and find GRA, Brittany Graham. Lot 246, a Captain Crunch out of Let's Go One Better, a New Zealand mare there as well. So that is lot number 246. Graham Riley has got involved. Agree, the Great Southern Star attendance was terrible. Needs to be a Saturday night meeting on its own night, and or blended into Hunter Cup night. In his humble opinion, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I appreciate both Graham Riley and also Paul West for getting involved. And that's what it's about. Maybe we don't reinvent the wheel sometimes, but maybe we can reinvent it and just get people thinking outside of the square that little bit. There's a lot of ways we can do it. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, as they say, but you've got to make sure you do it the right way. So probably not politically correct to be able to say those things anymore and get involved. But it's, sorry, yeah, in this political world. But yeah, what I mean is that we need to be able to get out there and get involved in it and go from there. Brittany Graham, as I said, lot 246, Better's Delight mare in Let's Go One Better. What she had, 3 foals, 3-year-old and older, 3 have raced, 2 have won. So he's got a good little record. Full Brother has had 2 2-year-old wins. So yeah, it's going to be very, very sought after there as well. So, and then One Dream, great New Zealand family, great New Zealand mare. So good luck to Britt. She can send a message in if she likes to, but anyway, that's okay. Anyone can send messages in, and anyone can come up with their own ideas and what they're able to do in the coming forward and what they're looking forward to. Jeff Dixon, hey Paul, the Southern Star and the Hunter Cup night, I reckon catch a wave. Great Southern Star and Hunter Cup on the one night. I'm tipping what he says there. And Catch a Wave win the other night. He enjoyed it. So Paul West is now on Facebook. He's watching me on Facebook and on YouTube, so that's okay. You can watch it wherever you like and get your message out there. Can't get the YouTube messages onto the screen. That's the only one. I probably could if I had the time to do it. I possibly could, that's for sure. Mark Barton's trying to ring me while I'm live, so we won't be answering that, but we have Nutrien. As I said, we've got Cam Bray is on. We've got Nutrien sales coming up. Tasmanian sales coming up, lots going on the agenda. I've got lots of yearling videos happening as well, plenty of stories coming out. I was at Harasta Trotters today. We might go to Harasta Trotters because I've had a full day of Harasta Trotters, and I can say there are still some very, very exciting things to come in the trotting ranks, especially involving Harasta Trotters, so it's going to be very, very cool. Brittany, I got Brett to bite. Thanks, Paul. Carlo is coming along really well. You're welcome to come and visit him anytime. As anyone. Bit hard at the minute, Britt, because I'm back in Victoria, but I could have when I was up, although I didn't, my feet didn't touch the ground. But Carlo is his name, so he's even got a name, and I love that people give him a name, a stable name. Hopefully they maintain them when they go there, but that's cool. And what Britt says there is a very, very good point. Get and have a look at these horses in their natural environment because you see them as they are. And I did see the pictures of him the other day on the social media feed. So thanks for coming on board, Brett. And you are more than welcome to get involved at any time. I kept saying to Brad Steele, I'll get you one day. So if Brad's watching, that'll be fine. We want people to come and visit, but I will be in Queensland for the week of the sales there on the 11th and 12th. Of March, selling on the 12th parade on the 11th. So I'm looking forward to catching up with Brett and all the other Queenslanders. And it was good to be up there the other day, catching up with Turpins and Mullen, Peter McMullen, and then also the Vag family. Burwood start again very shortly. So there's plenty happening. And now very, very excited about their Sunshine Stars Nutrien Equine sale. It's going to be massive. It's 21 trotters and 90-something horses gazetted. It's the biggest sale they've ever had up there, and it's going to be a bumper, and it's a lot of fun. So many, I'm sure if Britt is still watching, there's so many positive news stories coming out of Queensland at the minute. It's an exciting place to be a part of, and go from there. Natalie Rasmussen still driving in New Zealand? I believe so. Anthony Roberts has asked that question. Perhaps a Kiwi might be able to help me, but I have no reason to think that she shouldn't be. She just may be at the minute having time off. But yeah, but as I said, the Queenslanders are extremely excited about everything that's going on there at the minute. And as I said, I know there is still plenty more of important information to come out from those guys. Harass the Trotters, great supporters of Campbell's comments, and I've got the shirt on today. I was there today looking at their yearlings. If you want to go and do yearling inspections for there, they've got 31 in the sale. If you want to there, they've got 12 colts, 19 fillies. Make sure you get them a call. Contact Louise at Louise at harasthetrotters.com via email, or call the phone number on the bottom of the page. And what would be my chances of opening up onto, there we are, 0428 792 834. That's Louise Toolman on 0428 792 834 to give them get a heads up, because they've got all these young ones that are still out in the paddock. They're actually preparing them out in the paddock, and it's terrific. They're so relaxed and it's cool. But if you want to get there and inspect the horses, it does get a little bit tricky, because they've got to bring them all in. So make sure you give them a little bit of notice, and when you go there to inspect those horses going forward. They did say to me today on a street, the stand, it did get here very late this season. I spoke to them both. 103 horses served this year, so congratulations. Great numbers for a trotter, full stop, let alone a trotter that's arrived in Australia after the season had started. So that's pretty cool. Actually, Brittany is she's a convert to the trotter too, Britt is, because of Harry, Majestic Harry and the rest, and she'll be pretty super excited about the announcements. They've got $100,000 Queensland Trotters Cup up there, plus there's a lot of others coming on, plus a lot for the younger fraternity. Of course, the Great Square, $75,000 in state money, or $25,000 bonus if you're a 3-year-old and you're able to win that as well. So yeah, get involved. Please, anyone that gets in here and wants to promote their yearlings, use and abuse, it's fine as long as you keep it respectful. I'm more than happy to make sure people get out there and check out those horses and promote their horses as they can. I was fortunate enough to go to Gusdolphin Standardbreds, I'm going to go with Gusdolphin Farm. Anyway, Aaron Goadsby and the crew there, Darren, and everyone filming theirs during the week. They've got 4, 2 for Sydney, 2 for Brisbane, so they're going to have a lot of intrigue. One of the horses actually is the eldest horse there, but they're going to be preparing that. And then Karma Farm, and got to see Rod and Kristen, the Marcia. And they've got 7 colts. I videoed 5 of those for them, but they've got 7 colts all going to Sydney, and a lovely draft of horses they've got there as well. Medowie Lodge the next day, both Sydney, Brisbane and Bathurst for their draft, so they're going to be very, very busy. Darren and Emma and the team, they've got Sydney one week, then we go to Brisbane, Magic Millions, and then back to Bathurst, and the Bathurst catalogue is out now, and I'll pick that up in a second. And then I went to Troy Williams, who's got just the one, Tomoko, out of his champion mare in Iona Grinner. So it's a beautiful family as well. And yeah, it was great to catch up with Troy the other day. So going from there. Redevelopment of Melbourne Showgrounds track. Anthony Roberts has fired in there then. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd love it to happen, but I don't know anything more than that. Anthony, I'm sorry. So yeah, I can't help you with that one, but hopefully you are right. But please, the team at Harass the Trotters, of course, they had Honor Street and Classic Connection standing there, but like they said, they've got 31 yearlings going to the sales, 12 colts, and 19 fillies. I think I'm going to get to double check this before I go there. Terry Kellen is joined in. Hopefully I haven't pushed any buttons. I've got stuff going everywhere. Brittany would be impressed to see such a professional, the way he runs his show here. Buttons going everywhere. As I said, didn't do a lot of homework at all. I just trying to... Yeah, the Father Patrick Parisian chick, I believe, is a colt. I believe it's that horse there. That in the catalogue is a filly. I'll have to double check that one and get me facts straight anyway. In the catalogue, you will only have 30, and you'll have 10 colts and 20 fillies. There's definitely 2 extra colts, and one of those fillies is listed as a colt. So please make sure you go with those ones there. I said there before about NZB. I'm looking forward to being back in New Zealand very shortly, as of next Friday. So Friday week, I'll be back there for the guys at NZB and promoting not only their yearling sales, but also they've got their Millions race on, which is going to be now race, unfortunately, due to the state of the track at Brad Steele's on. So Brad will be getting tuned in a sec. He'll keep me up to date with some of the things. But unfortunately, due to the state of the track with the severe floods, and it's been massive carnage. I don't know how many people actually watch what happens with in New Zealand over Facebook feeds and that, but through my association, I get plenty of New Zealand content come back over mine, and roads completely gone off the sides. It's major. So to lose a race track, although it can be repaired but won't be repaired in time, is unfortunate, but it will be run at Cambridge, and I know Cambridge are looking forward to it. It's a state-of-the-art track, also a great track, Cambridge. So yes, so due to Auckland's record rainfall, the NZB Standardbred and Auckland Trotting Club have made the decision for the 2023 Harness Million Series meeting for the 3-year-olds at Cambridge Raceway on the 17th of February. So stay tuned to Campbell's comments. As I said, I will be there on that night and bringing you a lot of the fun and getting involved in a lot of it as well. So it's going to be a lot to look forward to. And I am really looking forward to getting involved there and getting back over to New Zealand. And as I said there before, their sale starts. That one there. Sale dates are the 19th of February at Karaka. They will be selling there. And then they go on to the Monday on the 20th, where there is, I counted it up, I think it's 72 trotters going underneath the hammer, or 62, might be 62 trotters going under the hammer anyway on the Monday, and then go back to the paces on the Tuesday and Wednesday. So Timmy White hasn't joined in yet, but Timmy White's got a very, very impressive draft, I must say, and he's a regular on Campbell's comments, and I haven't seen him tune in yet. I'm actually going to be in trouble. I told Pete McMullen I would put his hat up against the back wall. Pete McMullen, with beautiful white, hat from the Queensland guys. Haven't put that up just yet. So anyway, please, if you are watching though and you want to get involved in the conversations, or you would like to drive the conversations in any way, please do look back at the week that was. Tell you what, the week that was may not even be the metropolitan meetings. Could be anywhere. So just make sure you get that messaging out there and go from there. I've got 2 lot numbers. I don't know what they are. Too scared to push those. I reckon I know what one of those is. No, they don't work anyway, so that's okay. That's fine. But I reckon one of those was the CC Arden horse named after myself. I reckon that's pretty impressive. Must highlight that again somewhere. I might have to put a private post out about that horse. Like Brittany's horse is by Captain Treacherous, but that's okay. Going through. So NZB, they've had their Canterbury dates. They've still got the Southern Bred, Southern Red next Monday and Tuesday. And I will be doing a cross with Katrina Price and Mark Smith tomorrow. Will be probably put out late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night on my socials. But yeah, promoting more of the draft. They've got a huge draft. They do a great job, Southern Bred, Southern Red, in what they're able to do and how they drive it. Nutrien and the Nutrien sales are coming up. Their sale dates are there clearly on that. As you said there, you can see the Sydney sale starts on, well, the parade is on the 3rd, the sale is on the 5th of March, and that's when it all kicks off. So parade on the 3rd at 5 o'clock, and then we kick off into the actual sale on the 5th. We go to the Sunshine Stars the next week for the 11th and 12th. 11th is parade day, 12th is the sale, starts at 11 a.m. as well. Then we come back to Melbourne from the 1st of April to the 3rd, with the 1st of April being the parade day, and then the 2nd and 3rd are when the sales are on. And of course, we stop at lot number, I'm going to get in trouble, I know it. I just better make sure of the numbers just before, because, yep, I know Rhiannon Park have the first horse going under the hammer on the Monday. And it is not that one. Might be That was a 4. Maybe it's a 5. Must be 5-5. Yeah. So it's lot 554 will be the last horse to go onto the hammer on the Sunday, and then lot 555. Don't know how I could forget that, but lot 555. Jillaby Kung Fu out of Cold Outside will be the first horse offered up on the Monday, which is going to be quite unique. So Monday morning. Don't know if it's got what time the sale starts on the Monday. Hang on, I'll get rid of that. Commences 12 o'clock on the Monday. So, be something very different. The gallopers do it all the time. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be no hassles there at all. So, Southwind Frank is the last horse offered up by Russell Thompson. Be a lot of intrigue about that horse too there, because out of the Cruising Around family, Cloud Chaser. And of course, Cruising Around won $292,000 for Dave Scott and the crew. So, a couple of really intriguing little horses. T-O-N-T-O, Tonto, spelled backwards. Love that horse. Then we've got this one, the Bathurst Gold Crown. We'll go up that way there, which is on March the 19th. And I'm pretty sure we're going to try and do a couple of private little parades if we can the day before, but I will be there from the Friday night in Bathurst. It's going to be a lot of fun, and going there with their big sale. Got a big race meeting. Not sure Brittany might be still on. She may not be on anymore. But they've got a massive meeting coming up on that night. That's the semi-finals, and then they go to the final. And I think Sky Channel do give it a fair bit of coverage. But, going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to the February Miracle of Cups. I forget what they actually call it. I better learn what they call it. But huge racing going to New South Wales now through the month of February with the Chariots of Fire starting on the 18th, which I won't be there for because that'll be at the NZB. Then we have the Ladyship Mile, and then we go into the Miracle Mile, which is in the middle of the first day of sales of the NZB stock, because the catalogue goes out. Sorry, the sale starts on the 3rd with the parade. Then the 4th is Miracle Mile night, and then we come back to the 5th at Warwick Farm, and that's when the sale starts from 11 o'clock. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And as I said, I've seen plenty of horses out there, and I want to make sure that people get involved and can go and check out all of these horses. Got plenty of people watching, not too many people getting involved. Kelly Stewart Mitchell's watching. Kel, I didn't get there today. I teased Kel that I might have been able to call in on the way past, but didn't happen. I ended up running late, which is very much unlike me, but and of course, with Harassed Trotters, don't forget this year too, the 3-year-olds will be racing now for $125,000 for the boys and the girls, and the $75,000 for the 2-year-olds this year as well. So it's really, really exciting for the trotters, and the trotters are getting bigger and bigger. 88 trotters in Melbourne. I think there's 14 in Sydney, 20 in Queensland. So the trotters are on the rise. New Zealand have got 92 for sale. Out of almost a quarter of their sale is trotters as well. So they are getting bigger and bigger. We've got the likes of Pat Driscoll purchasing a filly in France that I thought was going to race over there and then come here, but she's not. She's actually in quarantine now, and she's going to make her way over here. And she'll be hopefully racing towards the end of the season here, especially down in Victoria. So that's going to be super exciting if they can get it to go there. All trots nights are fabulous. I totally agree. Barb Sedgwick or Nellie Melba, she goes by 2 on the YouTube page. I like the all trot days, and I just think if they could potentially separate it, because I think the Great Southern Star is truly a brilliant race, and it was great to watch, great spectacle. 9 metres or something between first to last, so pretty impressed. With that, back still onto Nutrien. Don't forget, all horses purchased, paid up for and sustained. So you must pay them up and then sustain them for the race series. Everyone goes into the draw for a Tuza horse float, kindly donated by Matt Tuza, and Tuza Horse Floats champions prefer Tuza. So it will be decked out as a race horse float, $24,000. Thank you very much. It's a great, great prize. So that's going to be super exciting. That's if you purchase at any sale. Sydney, Melbourne, Magic Millions, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Stars, whichever one you want to call it. And then Bathurst Gold Crown, same thing again. Buy it, any of those sales, must pay up for it, must pay for it, sustain it, you go into the draw, one ticket, one winner. So you can go away with a $24,000 float. Doesn't matter how much money you spend. You can spend 100,000. You can spend 5. You go into the draw if you've paid for it, and everything's ticked. Every box is ticked. So we want to encourage people to get involved in that as well, because I think that's going to be a pretty cool part of it as well. So plenty of people watching. Not too many people timing in at the minute, but we'll try and get as many as we can. We've had Alex Hurley's actually watching now, Cambrai. So there's a few people watching. Most people are staying mum, but that's okay. I don't have to stay on for long because, as I said, it's pretty unscripted, and I have had a pretty big day. Huge thank you to Barrastock, always great sponsors of Campbell's Comments, and I definitely appreciate everything that they do for me. I did have to say this one here. We better get rid of the Barrastock for the minute. Daz Aiken and the crew, when I said Kelly Mitchell, that's what I was going to point out. The safety specialist, 0400 309 902. Get in touch with Daz for all your apparel. If you're going to the yearling sales, this is Daz's apparel here. This is a year old though, but make sure you go there and make sure you get involved and with their apparel and deck yourself out in it. Now we're reaching all corners of the world. We've got to Queensland. We're now in Wales. Good morning to you, Katie Perry. We better put the Evans on the back, but that's okay. Katie Perry sounds a little bit better. Cambrai is watching, Katie, so he'll probably tag you in it at something. It's a little bit of a running joke. And Michelle Nisbet, hello to you, Michelle. Of course, the better half of Tom, but it's good to have you on there as well, and joining in the show and getting better, because Michelle and Tom look after Wedderburn Harness Racing Club. So their cup meeting is going to be in September, which is a change of date. They actually got bumped from 2 weekends ago. So unfortunately for them, they missed out, but that's okay. Southern Stars, bus trip, Nutrien ads, we've got all those. Oh, Woodlands. I'd be in trouble if I don't remember my good friends at Woodlands. He's got what? He's got gifts. So random things that happen on this show. Katie Perry and Cam. Obviously, Cam must be sending her gifts going up for their Port Cup, 5th of March. I won't be there, Michelle. I can't be there, but you are spot on. Tom is also the secretary, and we're going to make sure we do something. I'll have to try and do something with Tom before that, but you're right. The Port Cup on the 5th of March. All roads lead there. Make sure you go there. It's a lot of fun. He has a lot of fun, John Campbell does. Good luck to whoever's emceeing. You won't be able to talk for 3 days afterwards, but that won't be my worry. This time I'll be fine. So don't forget Woodland Stud. They actually announced the other day too, woodlandstud.co.nz, that they have fully booked Sweet Lou. So when you go into the yearling sales and looking at some of these yearlings, make sure you are aware Sweet Lou is 100% booked out. And I will be catching up with Mark Hughes on Friday morning for a little bit of a promo around half a dozen or so of those yearlings. But please keep in touch with Campbell's Comments, because I will be in New Zealand, and I definitely will be doing stuff with the guys at Woodlands and also the guys at NZB Standardbred, and they are looking after me tremendously well. That's about it. I've got through most of the stuff, got through most of my sponsors, but oh no, Albury Cup. Now, oh no, we'll get to that. I'll get to the Albury Cup in a minute. And please don't forget this one. Actually, when you're talking about the horses and the sales, I've got the Team Teal hat on. Don't forget lots 75 and 673A in the Nutrien sales catalogue. 100% of all proceeds go to PanCare and the PanCare Foundation. And again, another person I will be catching up very, very shortly is Kath McIntosh. They have got a raffle. I'm going to open the page up so I don't forget everything, and I have got it. Help us support the people that are affected by gastrointestinal cancer. PanCare Foundations are a leader in charity committed to inspiring hope, raising awareness, supporting families, and funding research for upper gastrointestinal cancers. With some of the lowest survival rates out of the major cancers, we are dedicated to improving the outcome of these affected by GI. Oh, that's a lot better for me to do that. The current survival rate for these cancers, GI cancer, in the past 5 years is just 11.5%. So 100% of proceeds going from lot 75 by Soho Tribeca out of Hold That Dream, or lot 673A, a Soho Tribeca filly as well, out of 1 Minute to Dream. Interestingly, that both fillies have dreams in their name. 100% of all proceeds will go back to Pancare. Plus, there's going to be raffle tickets, giveaways as well on the day. Stay tuned to Campbell's Comments. I'll be catching up with Kath with a full list of all of those, but some of the prizes you can win through the raffle. 7-day Vanuatu luxury escape for 2 people, 2-day golfing retreat at the Rich River Golf Course. Make sure you get there and support Shane Glowry because he supports harness racing. That is the Rich River Golf Club and Resort. Melbourne dining, $500 Melbourne dinner and accommodation package, and a Makita blower. $20 buys you 1 ticket, or $50 will get you 5. $50 will get you 5. Well, there's some value, because $60 would have only got you 3, so there's some huge value. So make sure you get in that. Purchase your ticket directly from Lower Long Farm, and the team member at the sales. Prizes drawn at the Melbourne sales. So make sure you get involved in that with Pancare and the Pancare Foundation. But I will be catching up with Kath going from there. Joe Pace knows I'm running a bit late because I was talking to Joe. I said I'd be 5 minutes and I rang him 3 hours later. So he knows why I'm being running late. So he's just being cheeky. He's clearly snuck outside again for another one of his filthy habits, but we won't worry too much about that. We'll leave you out there, Joe. And yeah, I know he's going to every sale. He's taking the checkbook with him. So we've got Joe sorted. Don't you worry about that. If you're selling a horse, make sure you take him and show him to your horse. He'll love it. So, but yeah, it's exciting news with the trotters, Joe. I'm sure he's up and about. Right. Okay. I don't know. I should have definitely checked this first. No, it does work. Okay. No, we've got to hang on. I'm getting there. I'm just going to quickly, we're going to go interact. Right, let's see what the Albury Cup looks like on Friday, the 10th of February. I haven't seen, I did hear today that they had good fields. So that's an up to 45 there, $10,000 race, 9 runners. What's that one? That's an up to 50 with 9. Now we've got the Carnival Cups final. So that's a $13,000 final with a full field. So well done to the guys there. Up to 60. Carnival Cups pacing final, $12,500. That's it. Oh, there must be 2 finals. There must have been 2 finals on the other day. There's 8 runners there. Damien Wilson, Lee Sutton from the Victorians are going over, but good field there of Victorians. We've still got quite a few Victorians going through there. It doesn't look like the Trotters Cup has stood up. That must be the Pacing Cup. The Carnival of the Cups Pacing Final is what it says. So I'm confused here as to where the Pacing Cup is. Anyway, someone might be able to help me there. It's only an up to 55. And that's an up to 48. And I'm not sure that that's their cup because that's only a $10,000 race. Don't tell me their cup's fallen over. Hopefully I'm on the right meeting and I'm not getting them in trouble, but it doesn't look very positive. Yeah, February the 10th. 10th of February. So they don't have a cup or a Trotters Cup, which is disappointing for the club. So I'll have to try and get in touch with the club at a later date and promote that. I do apologise. I did not do any research. I said I was running late. So yeah, so I definitely didn't research that one very well at all. It didn't hold up, Paul. Thank you very much, Pete Ramirio. Lack of noms. That's terrible. That's terrible for Albury. We've got to do something about that. We've got to get some of these premier meetings back up and going and go from there. So Harness and Greyhound meeting tomorrow night. Scott Purden, you are spot on. It's a big meeting going on there. But I'll try and catch up with the guys. They are trying very hard at Albury. We need these meetings to stand up. We need to get good horses racing at these tracks so people can fall in love with harness racing like we all have at some point of time. Whether it's great, good, bad or indifference, we need to get more people to these meetings so that they can fall in love with them. They had a brilliant meeting on their Cup night, and yeah, unfortunately they had some good races programmed. They had a 3-year-old, a Trotters Cup, and now a Pacing Cup, and unfortunately none of those have stood up, which is very unfortunate for the club. So apologise for highlighting it, but probably highlights a problem that we need to get fixed. So just refresh that last race. It hasn't uploaded either, refreshed yet either, so go there. Confector Carnival Cup's policy that the Pacing Cup not standing up, only 2 noms. I wonder why that is. So I wonder what the policy is. Do they have to be New South Wales horses or something like that? Sean, maybe. I don't know. I didn't read any stipulations, but obviously there must be a few stipulations that makes it a little bit hard, which if that's the case, they definitely need to look at it, and hopefully the powers that be are looking at it and need to change it. That's what this show's about. We raise any questions. We'll be polite and doing it the right way. I'm sure Shawnee's working, and but yeah, he'll have the answer. So I'll let him just keep going, and he'll get an answer back to me at some stage about why potentially the issue is, why they didn't come stand up there. It has had a lot of use. Barb Sedgwick or Nellie Melba, whichever way you want to go. She's just saying about my catalogue. Yeah, they are tough. They're made of the right stuff, these catalogues. This one is, yeah, it won't be the one I'll be using once I start on sale day. It's got lots of little notes in there, but yeah, I will make sure I can get it up there. A bit confusing, but along the lines of New Zealand horse not eligible. Okay, so restriction of horses, New Zealand bred horses. New Zealand bred horses, so any horse bred in New Zealand is not eligible. Plus, I suppose there's a couple of other ones there. So I might try and get someone on next week for that. Not sure actually when On Loose Lines will be next week. It won't be this late. It won't be on Wednesday because I'm going to be in Tasmania promoting, because the Tasmanians also have a sale coming up. So I'll be in Tassie next Wednesday. So maybe Tuesday, possibly Friday. Not 100% sure on either of those 2 dates, but we'll work something out. We'll definitely try and get in touch with the guys from Albury. I wish I had known that beforehand, but just a little bit busy. But thanks to the spread of the On Loose Lines, as I said, it's the #1 talkback harness racing show on the internet. This is what it's about. So we get some of the information, and I'll get hold of the guys and go from there. That's sort of about it. Just trying to see any of the other major achievements coming up, or any of the other bigger things that may be coming up ahead. I know Menangle has a good meeting, but not one of their better meetings. We've got the Woodland Stud, Bay Johnny, which has got few interesting ones. Credit Master Matt Craven's made the trip there. Aldebaran Test for Duncan McPherson is there. Van Shank for Shannon Price is there. But we've got the heats to the it is the Paleface Adios. These are the heats to get into the chariots. Invitation only. Mr. Ibiza, Son of Muscle Man, Can't Find a Better Man, Teddy Disco, Blazing Banner, He's Charlie's Angels, Catch a Wave is going there, and Rip. I don't think they'd be actually that wrapped in that for a barrier draw. For Catch a Wave, that there is a fast class race with Bondi Lockdown returning there over the short. Kid Montana, the Black Prince, Bandura and Stingray Tara, Jimmy Lock, Crime Rider, He's Chiming, Torrid Saint is making the trip up there. JOK, Bondi Lockdown, and Where You Been Boppin', all going around there. And then a couple of other good races on the night, $20,000 races. So they've got some lovely races. Actually, the last race, the Charlton Knights will be tuning in at some stage. They watch this show. They keep me on the toe. Dangerous and Caterpillar Rescue, both going around for Shane Sanderson. And there's quite a nice field of other horses. I was about to say something and it was completely wrong. So that's why I pointed the finger and then I stopped. So it's actually very confusing. The last 3 drivers in that race on the last night are Ryan Sanderson, Abby Sanderson, Adam Sanderson, all after each other. I'm not sure if Adam is related, because I do know that the Sandersons did come from Queensland. So there's some chance they will be there. And of course, Sure Thing Captain, for a little while, was the highest priced horse bought from the inaugural Nutrient Sales Classic race back in the day, sold by Lauriston Bloodstock. And Kath McIntosh prepared it. Was $100,000 on the Friday night. So they sold the, or Saturday night, can't remember which night it was, but anyway, they sold on one of those nights. So, yeah, big meeting. Of course, the main meeting at Victoria is in Melton, and we have the Aldebaran Park, the Night Pistol, a Group 2 affair going around. And I haven't done 2 of the things I meant to have done, so hopefully I've still got some people watching and people haven't tuned out. Yeah, still got plenty of people watching, so which is great. The VHRS, but the night pistol, Plymouth Chubb. It'd be lovely to see Peter Manning win the night pistol with Plymouth Chubb, who is actually going terrific, but that would be a great little thing. Race 6 on the card is to join the VHRC for super bonus races. Don't forget, February 28. So you must be signed up before February 28 to receive your VHRC bonuses. Get in touch with them at vhrc.org.au. So the vhrc.org.au and fill in your membership there. $1,500 bonus races, plenty of incentives for the trainers like Sean McNulty, $500 bonuses anytime a paid up horse wins, or if they're a trainer and they win one of those race series as well. So make sure you fill out and get involved with that. And then the other one is the Pacing for Pink and Donna Castles. I am sorry, I do not have any banners done. As I said, I got home a little bit late and I apologise for that as well. But that is a very, very similar time. Get your sponsorship done, get your payment in, get in touch with Marg and make sure you get all of those things up and done. And I can't even get you how to do that. I actually can. Let's just see. No, I can't because I didn't do it on this computer actually. So I can't do it. I did do it on this computer. So what I'll actually do is I will, just bear with me for 1 minute and I will give you, there it is there. Just give me a sec. I am sorry for doing it this way. Marg Watson, so they've got to be paid up by the 7th of March. And contact Marg Watson on 0409 401 189. 0409 401 189. And you must get all your payments up and done by the 7th of March to get involved with the Pacing for Pink for the drivers to drive in the pink pants and going there. Jeffrey Dixon, you're always watching. One of your greatest supporters, Jeffrey Dixon, that's for sure. So that's coming right now. Everything. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a little bit of trouble trying to get back to my normal screen. Now we're right. Now we're back. So we're back there now watching so that people can get their comments in, which is what I enjoy, and I'm sure people actually enjoy it. I'm rapt to have so many people getting involved on YouTube. Follow my YouTube pages to go from there. Hit like, subscribe and follow. You never miss out when I go live because it is getting trickier. And I will be honest, I'm going to struggle for the next 4 to 5 weeks. I will do it where I can. It will be on different times. But after that, it's going to be a continuation of Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, especially once it starts getting colder as well. So we will do it. I will put a post up when I know exactly what night. Possibly next Thursday, in between going to Tasmania and then going to New Zealand on the Friday. So get in touch with that. Plenty of going on, plenty of fun. Going to catch up with plenty of new people. Follow Campbell's Comments on Facebook. You can follow Campbell's Comments on Instagram, on YouTube. You can also go to campbellscomments.com.au. I even have my own website. But this is for people. There it is there. A lot of people don't do social media. Obviously, you guys that are watching now do. But if you know someone that doesn't want to keep up with all the videos and the interviews that I do, and it is going to change very, very shortly, please make sure you go to campbellscomments.com and you'll be able to watch it. You can actually even watch this show live. It is actually on there live right now, so make sure you get involved with that. So thank you. Very, very good. Don't forget Pacing for Pink, the VHRC. I will definitely do some more promotions around those. Nutrient Equine, all the catalogues are going live as we speak now. NZB, they're up and going. The guys from Southern Bred will be joining me next week. And a huge thank you to all of my sponsors. As I said, I apologise for it being all over the shot. Try and get someone on with me next week, depending on where I do it, and do it a little bit differently. We'll have some phone calls coming in. We might get the likes of, usually we'll keep changing that up. But not always does it work, but I appreciate everyone joining in and having a little bit of fun. So thank you very much. And I look forward to chatting to you next week. Please stay safe and have some fun. And thank you for joining me.